Now, in the beginning of the podcast, I said that postmodernism sets its essentials up against the Enlightenment and modernism. And so let's take a look at postmodernism, shall we? Postmodernism on a metaphysical level is anti-realist. That is compared to the Enlightenment / modernism's realism. Because metaphysically, postmodernism is anti-realist, on an epistemological level, any method of trying to find truth about that objective reality is dropped and denied as a method. So reason is dropped and denied as a method, and language. But we will get to language later on in the podcast. So that is how postmodernism sets its essentials up against modernism. And you are probably thinking, well, Daniel, yeah, let's drop reason, whatever. It's just reason, right? Well, reason was the phenomenon of reason, being able to perceive your reality, essentially sets up all the arguments that I have laid out for you just now. So, what is human nature according to postmodernism? Well, postmodern accounts of human nature are consistently collectivist. This is in direct opposition to modernism's individualism. Right there, your rights, postmodernism do not believe in rights. Your rights are gone just from collectivism. The idea of collectivism versus individualism, because remember, because individualism is a key theme in ethics, you get those rights. You have to be protected from other people. Right? But because postmodern accounts of human nature are consistently collectivist, and your individual identity is largely attributed to socio-linguistic groups, you need to give up your rights. You need to give up your protections, because you're only one person in the grand scheme of things. You're only one person within the group. You have to give up your ideas to the group. Not only your ideas too. You have to give up your wants, your desires. Maybe it may go as far as your material goods. All of those. They have to go to the collective. Your group. Postmodern accounts of human nature consistently emphasize relations of conflict between those groups. So let's identify those groups, shall we? Since there are socio-linguistic groups, this includes whites versus blacks, rich and poor, male and female. Postmodern accounts of human nature consistently emphasize relations of conflict between those groups. So now, instead of that and, right, I said rich and poor. Now it's rich versus poor. Blacks versus whites. And men versus women. Due to a lack of reasoning, postmodernists believe the best way to alleviate the stress between those groups is by force, whether be it masked or overt. Now there are many examples of this in our culture today, right? Force being used in order to quell the conflict between two different groups. So I won't dwell on that. Lastly, key themes in ethics and politics is to identify with those groups, or if you do not identify with them, to enter the fray on their behalf. Right? So a very easy example of this is, right, me, for example, Daniel Idfresne, right? I have to identify with a group. Identify with a group. Easy, skin color, I'm black. So identify with blacks. However, somebody who is white, right? I have a white friend, let's say his name is Cody. According to Postmodernism, a key theme in ethics, a key theme in ethics is to enter the fray on my behalf. You can continue to see this. You can make connections to our reality, our situation today.